Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahushai.
Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father who walk past God. Yahushai be the name of the beloved Son who walk past Jesus Christ. Yahawashi, the apostles and others by your son. Blessed salutations to the hope of elect. Alright, now in this lesson, the title, as you can see, the title of this lesson is the best gift ever. When we say the best gift, we're referring to the gift of faith. Okay, because Yahawashi has given men many gifts. Okay, you got guys that got the gift of singing or the gift of this, the gift of that. Alright, but the Lord's men, the Lord's squad, He gave us the gift of faith. Okay, which is the best gift you can have, especially in these times. Okay?
Jake, that's telling everyone to have your gift, you know?
Right.
Whether you, like you said, you be a musician, an athlete, or whatever it is, you know? The prophets are giving us faith.
Yeah, we have faith. Okay? So that's what we're going to go into. We're just going to, deal with faith. All right?
Because Ephesians 2 and 8. For by grace are you saved.
Right? For by grace are we saved. Right? Get that scripture that we're not justified by flesh. Justified by faith. Because right now we're in a time of grace. Get that scripture. The scripture say outside Moses came, the law, outside came with grace and truth. I don't know what's happening. Got to look it up. So yeah, the Lord is dealing with the Lord is extending His mercy right now. So we're under grace right now. All right. Go ahead. You got it.
I got a quick one. This is Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, being justified freely by His grace through the redemption that is in Yahawashi.
Right, it's grace. Okay? Because all have fallen short. We can't be perfect on this side. You know, that's why we're under the grace right now. But I want that scripture though. Go ahead.
It's Romans 5:1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahawashi. I'll read it again. Romans 5:1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahawashi.
Right, we're justified by faith. Get that one in Galatians, I believe it is. I can't look it up. That we're not, no one's justified by the law. You know?
3:11.
John 1 and 7. This is John 1 and 17. For the law was given by Moses,
right?
But grace and truth came by Yahawashi.
Right, so when Yahawashi, did what He did for us, man. Okay? He opened up that mercy, He opened up that grace for us, man. Because we're not able to keep the law perfect. Okay, and He was able to bring that mercy, man. I wanted to say something else, but it escaped my mind. You got it?
I got some Galatians 5 and 2. It says, Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if ye be circumcised, Yahawashi shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised that he is a debtor to do the whole law.
That's right, right. Because you got men boasting in the law at that time. You still got men boasting in the law now. But hey, we can't be 100% right now. You know, we was given the stony heart, man.
Like I say, just being in Babylon, really, we can't even keep, I would say, 50% of the law, you know? So we gotta be under grace, you know?
Yeah, it's good to say a sinful thought, a foolish thought is sin.
Or if you break one law, it's like breaking all of them.
Right. You know, so we need that mercy, man. We need Yahawashi, we need that grace. You know, we need every ounce of grace that we could get. You know? Okay?
It says, Yahawashi has become of no effect unto you, whosoever you are justified by the law. You are fallen from grace.
Right, because how were they able to get rid of their sins? They had to make a sacrifice. Yahawashi was that sacrifice for us, man. Okay, which no sacrifice could be the sacrifice that Yahawashi was unto us, all right?
It says, for we through the Spirit wait for the hope of righteousness by faith.
That's right. We through the Spirit wait for the hope by righteousness, what is it? Read it again? My bad.
For we through the Spirit wait for the hope of righteousness by faith.
Right, by faith, man. Everything is by faith. The scripture say that we walk not by sight, but by faith, man. Okay, so, you know, going back to the verse, Ephesians 2:8, right? The best gift ever, man. Go ahead.
Ephesians 2:8. For by grace are ye saved through faith.
Right, by grace are we saved through faith. Okay, go ahead.
And that not of yourselves, it is a gift of the Most High.
Right, that's the gift of the Most High. The fact that we have the truth, the fact that we're able to repent, you know, us serving the Lord, that's through the grace of the Lord, by the gift of faith. Okay? Go ahead.
And you notice that you only give gifts to those you think are special. You know, or that you love.
Right, yeah. Even with men, you know, someone gives you a gift, you know, you're gonna feel special, man. You know, so how much more a gift given to you by the Heavenly Father, man? You know, because get that scripture where it says, "No man can come unto me but by my Father who draws them."
I'll get it right now.
I believe it's John 6. You know? Because it's the Heavenly Father that has
6:44.
that dished out the gift of faith, man. Okay, the scriptures say that all men have not faith. Go ahead.
This is St. John chapter 6,
It's
verse
First Peter,
44.
where it says, "Purchase
No
faith."
man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him.
Woo! Read that again, bro.
It says, no man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him.
Right, so that's heavy, man. So, man, hey, to be of the elected, you got, hey, that's like the highest blessing you can receive. Okay? What I asked for, bro? Yeah, First Peter, man. Precious faith.
Yeah.
Because it's something. What makes something precious? The fact that it ain't abundant.
It's scarce.
It's scarce. Okay, and how much? Who's the Lord gonna save? He gonna save the scripture say, who the Lord gonna save is gonna be compared to a drop, compared to a wave, man. So that means to have faith right now. You know, 2 Andrew 6. To have faith right now is precious, man. It should be First Peter, first chapter. 2 Peter 1:1. You know, because this thing is precious, man.
That's right.
Okay? And we're going to see how valuable, you know, all the work that we're putting in, all the faith, and sorry, my bad, bro. And all the afflictions that we go through, we're going to see the benefit of it when this thing goes down, man. All right? That's why you gotta have tunnel vision, man. You gotta have faith. Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter 1:1. Simon Peter, a servant and an apostle of YAHAWASHI, to them that have obtained like precious faith.
To them that have obtained like precious faith, man. All right, go ahead.
To them that have obtained like precious faith with us through the righteousness of the Most High and our Savior YAHAWASHI.
Woo! So this thing is precious, man.
Yeah.
All right, it wasn't dished out to everybody, man. Only a small small number of men receive this faith that we have, man. All right, we ain't talking about no punk ass Christian faith or none of that bullshit of this world, man. We're talking about bro. You get John 4 with the Lord. There you go, man.
That's right.
This is the real faith right here, all right? Because we know the Heavenly Father and the Son, right? We know we call upon His true name. And we worship Him in truth and in spirit, man.
This is John 4:24. The Most High is the Spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth.
Woo! Keep going.
It says, the woman saith unto him.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's right, man. You gotta worship the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH, in spirit and in truth, man. So that means that we're gonna have that unfeigned faith. That word unfeigned means sincere, man, genuine faith. All right, because we want to be saved, man. We want to be under the good graces of the Lord, man.
Like you said, these Christians and all these other so-called other people believing in a so-called higher power, they don't really have faith, even though they say they do, because you have to have a faith in the right thing. You know, they don't know that the Lord's name is YAHAWASHI. They don't know that he's a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. They don't know these things, you know?
Nor do they have fear. What's going on, my man? Okay. Nor do they have fear. All right, because what YAHAWASHI said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And our people, they rather keep the white man laws above the Heavenly Father's law, all right? You tell a nigga he can't smoke weed, he gonna try to attack you, man. Okay? So, that, like I mentioned in the prior video I did, a lesson I did, faith and fear go hand in hand, man. Okay? second Edges 6 from the top, Baba Shah.
Second Ezra 6:1. And he said unto me, in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood.
Right, so this is the Heavenly Father, man, Yahawah. Okay? And we read our no man can come unto Yahawashi, but by the Father who draw him. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
So ours is predestinated. The ones that the Lord was going to dish the faith to, all that was set up from the beginning. Go ahead.
That's right.
it says, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lighted, or ever the foundation of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established, before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or ever the chimneys in Zion were hot, or ever the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure.
Before they were sealed, that have gathered faith for a treasure, man. That's hey, to have faith right now, it's a treasure, it's precious.
It's a rare commodity.
It's a rare commodity, it's valuable, man.
Something you invest in.
Something you invest in,
You know,
man.
people in this world invest in gold, they invest in silver, they invest in Bitcoins, you know, they invest in zinc and all these so-called oil, all these petroleum and shit, all these so-called precious commodities of the world. But the Most High said, what's the most precious gift? What's the most precious thing? It's in Proverbs. It's above rubies, above gold, yeah, like wisdom, pretty much. But, hey, faith too. Faith is
Well, it's hand in hand.
It's hand in hand, yeah.
Hand in hand.
Because would you have faith to gather the wisdom?
Well, what's smart, bro? Speak about the beginning of wisdom, right?
Yeah.
So it's all wisdom, fear, faith, it all goes, it's all packaged together, man.
If you if you have faith, you're gonna be moved with fear to do what you have to do.
And you're gonna have wisdom because you're gonna fear the Lord.
They're all hand in hand. You can't have one without the other.
Right.
You gotta have them all.
Right.
But what I was gonna say is, you know, like the brothers mentioning, all these things people invest in that are rare and scarce. Faith, you can't just choose to invest in it because it's a gift. You know, you don't choose what somebody's gonna give you. The Lord has to give it to you, and that also proves that you're predestinated. You know that it's predestinated who He gave faith to, but you can pray for it and to increase in faith. You know.
Right, get that. John, no, that's Luke 17:5. Grab that.
I had a quick one in
Go ahead.
Sirach 1:14.
That's
It
right,
says,
bro.
to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Right, so it mentioned fear, right? To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and it was created with the faithful in the womb.
And it was created with the faithful in the womb, the elect, man.
Going back to what we read earlier about it being sealed.
That's
It's
right.
sealed in you from the beginning. That faith, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right, bro. What I call
Hey,
it?
if you have it now, you had it before.
That's right.
This is Luke 17:5. And the apostle said unto the Lord, increase our faith.
Right, increase our faith. We can never have enough faith, man. You know, we can never have enough faith. Okay, it's gonna take a lot of faith to get out of here, man. A lot of faith. The scripture said we're saved by faith, man. Okay.
All right, another one real quick. This is 2 Corinthians 5:7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
Right, we walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? Get 2 Corinthians 4:16. Come on, bro. Because we can't see, I mean, let the scripture say it, man. Nah, 4:16.
2 Corinthians 4:16. For which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Right, our outward man is perishing. We're not focused on the physical. Okay, we're focusing on the spirit. We're focused on building ourselves up in the spirit, right? Go ahead.
This is for
Because
our
it said we walk not by sight, but by faith. Go ahead.
This is for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Yep.
For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
And our light affliction gives us more faith. Because each time you know the Lord going to deliver you out of that. That's faith. Go ahead. You don't know how, but you know He going to make that exit for you. Go ahead.
while we look not at the things which are seen,
Right? We look not at the things which are seen. We don't walk by sight, man. Go ahead.
but at the things which are not seen.
Right? The things are not seen. All right? What's to come? Yahweh, Yahawashi, returning, destroying this place, taking down our enemies, giving us a kingdom. Okay? Being joint heirs with Yahawashi. Okay? It takes a lot of faith in this world to drop everything you're doing in your youth to fall out for the Lord. That's faith, man.
Yeah.
Which has to be given to you from the beginning of time, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the things which are seen are temporal,
Uh-huh.
but the things which are not seen are eternal.
So that's our focus, stay eternal. Something that's forever lasting. What's the point of investing in something that's temporary, man?
Yeah.
Okay?
That's like trying to put new countertops in a house that's on fire.
Or put new countertops in an Airbnb. Or for the hotel room. It's not yours. You're there for the night. You know? We here for the night.
Buying some rims on a rental.
You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make you tending the rental, you put rims on it. For what? You know? We the Lord promised us get Isaiah. You hold something?
Hebrews 1.
Okay.
It's Hebrews 11:1. Now,
Isaiah 64 and 4 is about one.
now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, man. Okay? Yes, what I'm saying? God said 64 and 4. Because what the Lord promised us, you can't even imagine. We can see the height of this world, you know? We can see everything that, you know, you got how many success stories, so-called success stories, and Jake ended up fucked over at the end of it. So fuck this world. The Lord promised us something far better. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 64 and 4. For since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither had the eye seen, O Most High, beside thee, what he had prepared for him that waited for him.
Yeah, how I said, John 14, that he's preparing a place for us.
Yep.
If he's preparing a place, he's going to come and get us so we can be with him.
If it weren't I saw, I wouldn't have told you.
Exactly, man. So, hey, man, that takes faith. To you know, just like somebody promised, what is that, Romans 8. If somebody was to promise you something, you know, you had to wait for it. Scripture speak about that. If you was able to see it, then how is that?
Why you still waiting for it? You
Yeah,
you see it.
Yeah.
Like Apostle Gabar, so ultimately, you know, you gotta have faith in Yahawashi.
That's right,
Because
bro.
even though we can't physically see him, you gotta have faith in them. Just like you said, when somebody promises you something, you have faith that they're gonna deliver their promise.
Right.
You know, we have faith that Yahawashi is gonna deliver us. He's gonna save us. You know.
Scripture says it's impossible for the Lord to lie, man.
Yeah.
Scripture says the Lord is not a man that he should lie, man. Okay, the scripture says every word of the Most High is pure. These words are faithful and true. So we know that these things are going to happen. Hey, shit, we're here in captivity, right? The Lord said we're going to go in captivity, right? Here we are. So on the flip side of that, hey, the Lord said he's going to bring us a kingdom. He said if we remain faithful, the Lord going to bless us. So that's our faith, man. And it ain't for you people to understand it. Hey, speaking of faith, the scripture said, what if something not believe? It ain't for you to understand. It's for us to understand.
He said, don't let the incredulity of them that
There you
trouble
go.
you, speak against you. Don't let the incredulity of them trouble you.
What does incredulity mean?
The unbelief.
Unbelief, man.
And
Meaning not incred is belief, not believing.
that lets you know that, you know, like those casualties as we had before, those guys that fall out, you know, they didn't believe, man. They didn't really have faith.
Somebody grab Hebrews 3:12. Start like 10. You know, because like the brother had mentioned, these guys that come into this team, and it actually mentions that they taste the heavenly gift.
Yeah.
You know, they taste the heavenly gift, man.
Yeah.
They got a taste of Yahweh outside, man. They still went back into the world, man. Go ahead. Well, hey, really, they didn't have no faith. That's what it come down to. Because it takes a lot of faith to catch hell and you have to foresee the future, man. That takes faith, man.
And the Lord also said, many are called, but few are chosen. So they were called, but not chosen. This is Hebrews 3:10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. So I swear in my wrath that they shall not enter into my rest.
Right?
Take heed, brethren.
Now that was more so dealing with going to the land the Lord promised us. And now we're about to enter into that land again. Okay, but Yahawashi gonna take us there. Okay? So now, like the scripture said, now we labor to enter into that rest. We gotta work right now so we can receive the reward later, man. And that's just common sense. You don't go to work, oh, where's my check? Motherfucker, you gotta work first, man. Okay, they'll look at your eyes. Matter of fact, they'll probably fire you off that shit, man. All right, you gotta work first. The scripture say, abounding in the work of the Lord, knowing that it's not done in vain. The scripture said the Lord it's not how's it go? Lord is not forgetful. Works and labor of love, man.
That's why also in the law, after you physically work, you get your wages paid at the end of that day, for being after you did your work.
Right.
You know? And it's the same thing we're doing our work now. At the end of the day is when the Lord comes back. That's when we'll receive the kingdom.
That's what the Lord said, I think in Hebrews 10, he said, don't cast away your confidence, which has great recompense of the Lord. Confidence, again, is with confidence. This is going back to faith.
It's all about faith, man.
Like the word of when you tell somebody something confidential, you believe, you have faith that they're gonna keep it for you too. You know.
That's why I'm going to you. I'm confiding. I need to confide.
That's right.
Or,
That's
if
right.
You need a source of credibility. You know, credibility meaning to prove it's true. You know.
Yeah.
Hebrews 3:12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
Right, that's evil, man. To doubt in the Lord. And the thing is, has the Lord ever gave us anything to doubt?
Yeah.
Has he ever gave you a reason to doubt, man? You know? So for our people, I mean, for you to have these guys that come in the truth and to get this, read again.
Yeah, it says,
wicked heart?
take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
An evil heart of unbelief, man. It's evil to not believe, man.
Because that's going to bring about evil. You not believing in the Most High, again, going back to fearing. Once you believe, you fear Him. And then that's what motivates you to do the work. And once you stop believing, you're not going to do the work no more.
Yeah.
And then you go back into the world, and now you're going back to your filth, which is the sin, the wickedness, man. You know? So that's what brings about that evil.
Also, to put yourself in those shoes, like if you have children, you know, and your children don't have any faith in you, you're just kind of like, damn, what? Like, you know, wow, how can you not have, I'm your father, you know what I mean? Because the Heavenly Father's our Father, you know? So we got to have faith in the Lord, and like you said, ultimately, He ain't never, He's always kept His word, you know?
Right.
Always kept His word.
Always went above and beyond for us, man.
Yep.
You know, really, if you dealing with children, they have no doubt in that you're going to take care of them. They have no doubt. So we have to have the same mindset, man. We're the Lord's sons, right? We have no doubt that the Lord going to take care of us, man. Okay? Any more of that?
God. Oh. Wait, no, that was it.
I got something.
Go ahead.
This is James 2:18. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works.
Right.
Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
Right, that's how you show your faith, through your actions, man. You know, that's why everything that we do, we're showing our faith into the Lord, man. Sacrificing everything, making ourselves a living sacrifice, okay? And putting our lives on the back burner and putting Yahweh outside first, man. That's showing faith. But all men can't do that. Some men get butthurt when the Lord asks them to do that, man. You know? But that's why you was created. Little do you know, that's why you was created, man. You wasn't created to be distracted by some goddamn basketball or women, man. That's not why we was created. Okay? Esau done created a fucking world of distractions. We were created to serve our power, man. Okay? Then you be able to enjoy His creation, man. But you gotta acknowledge Him first, man.
He said, the whole duty of man is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
All right, that's your duty. That's your duty,
Thank
man.
you. Because Jake, you know, a lot of people or other nations, yes, too. I said, man, I was created for this, you know? I was made to work on cars. I was made to be an artist. Like, nah, really, you're only created for two things: for salvation and to please the Lord, or to be destroyed ultimately.
Really, you just adapt. You're adapting to your environment. That's what them Jakes are doing. That specialize in mechanics. So you adapting to your environment. That's all it is. And you're just a Jake, so you have special abilities.
You learn fast.
You learn fast, and you're just a Jake. But nobody giving Yahweh outside trying to praise.
I was just gonna say that, bro. No, I was just gonna say because whatever skill you have, the Lord gave that to you, man.
It's going to say all gifts are from above.
Exactly. So whatever you exceed in, whatever you excel in, at the end of the day, you gotta give thanks to Yahawah outside. He's putting the spirit in you to do that, man.
People don't even acknowledge the Lord, man. And that's why the Lord. That's one of the reasons why the Lord is angry with our people, man. That's why He gonna jack them up. And we see it every day. We see it, man. You know, anything we get, anything that happens to us, we thanking the Lord, man. We calling upon His name, blessing His name, giving thanks to the Lord. You know, and how pleasing is that to the Lord? You know,
You said, if I'm a father, where's my praise?
yeah, where's my honor?
Where's my honor? Right.
Hey, like the Lord said, man. Hey, this generation they seek a sign in order to believe. You know.
Hey, but you know what did Yahawashi say? The only sign you're gonna give is Jonah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be told by his men, by his prophets. That's a sign in itself. That's out here, so-called default Spanish and Native Americans call upon the name of the Lord, preaching His word and His purity. His purity. That's a sign, man. If you ever have one, man, what other sign do you need?
Right.
Come on, man.
They just don't. They don't have eyes to see too. Like the Lord said, you have eyes but you see not, ears but you hear not.
They don't have faith.
You know? Yeah.
The Lord didn't give them the gift of faith. Let's go back to that scripture. Ephesians 2:8. Unless you have another scripture. God bless, have another one.
Yeah. Hebrews 11:6.
And you can't neglect the gift that the Heavenly Father gave you. You gotta see it as precious.
Maybe, but we could read almost all of 11. I don't know if you want to do that.
Nah. If you're gonna read 11, read 6
Good.
and 7, and then jump to where Moses.
Okay, God, this is a
And
Hebrews.
then the end where it mentions, although they didn't get these promises, you know,
So I'm afar off.
13 and at the end.
Good. This is Hebrews 11:6.
You gotta read louder, bro.
God, Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him.
Right, like I had mentioned in my last lesson, I always mention this, brother knows I always mention it. The Lord is invisible. So it takes faith. I'm gonna grab Colossians 1:15. No, actually, Hebrews, read it right here, bro. Jump to 26.
11:26. Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Go up. Go get the whole meat off that ball.
This is verse Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter,
Right?
choosing rather to suffer affliction with.
Right, he had a high position,
Yeah.
right, in that
Yeah.
world, right?
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High.
And that's us, man. Right now, in this time, we're choosing rather to suffer, man. Because what? Yeah, the scripture said, if we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him, man. Okay, so you gotta have faith, man, to be able to see beyond, man. Just like the scripture said, Yahawashi, for the joy that was set before him, endured. You gotta have faith, man. You gotta see beyond your situation right now. Because the Lord gonna make good on His word, man. He gonna bless us, man. We know how it feels to be cursed. Goddamn, we know it. But to be blessed, man, you know, and to have the truth is the highest blessing you can receive, man. To be the Lord's elect, man. Okay? You gotta see the precious. You gotta see how precious that is. The value in that, man. You gotta be thankful for that, man. Jake gonna be acting thankful, man. Be thankful that the Lord, you know, you're able to. I know the Lord's dealing with you, man.
That's right, bro.
Connected to the Creator, man. Dang, they don't get no deeper than that. Go ahead.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High.
A lot of guys can't do that. They can't handle that. Because the whole world, how we said, the world will rejoice. And then the Lord said, we're going to weep and lament. A lot of dudes can't deal with that, man. You know, you over here, you know, constantly watching the world and desiring things of the world, man. But the love of what's the scripture say about the world? Love not the world. These are the things that are in the world, man. The lust of the eyes, you know. The love. If you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you, man.
The Lord said, "Was it blessed are the poor in spirit rather than the proud in spirit?"
You think was that Matthew 5?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord's dealing with the poor, man. Yeah. All right, but go ahead. My bad.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. This is for a season because nothing lasts, man.
Right.
He knew that the Egyptian, at them being at their height or at their reign, is temporal. Because the Most High setteth up kingdoms and takes them down, man. Just like this nowadays is temporal, man. You had brothers that could have been professional athletes, you know, or done it something different. But they chose rather fuck it. I'll be poor, keep my integrity, and have this faith, you know.
That's right. Because there's mighty value in this faith, man. This is the true riches, man. Fuck your Federal Reserve notes. This is where it's at, because this is not gonna leave ever, man.
And you can't buy faith, you know. So like you can't buy it. It's a gift.
It's a gift
from the Lord.
Hey. Woo.
Man.
Go ahead, bro.
So it's esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Riches, it mentions
Greater riches. So
then the
greater
treasures in
riches.
Egypt. Then the treasures. And what's modern Egypt? This present world, man. America, man.
And he had the best of the best in Egypt too. He's talking about Moses. He had the best. He was at the top. It'd be like the elites today. They got the best of this world. Moses had the best of that time. And he knew it was only for a season, and he knew it couldn't be compared to the Lord's riches.
He received his mission. The Lord called him.
Yeah.
He received his mission, just like us, man. The Lord called us. What happened when the Lord called his men? They dropped everything. Okay?
Great talk.
It's something that's out of your control. You know, Yahweh said, if my sheep hear my voice, hey, when you have faith, it's out of your control, man. Okay? There's nothing you can do about it, man. If you ever elect, just like Jonah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Ain't
Man.
nothing you can do.
Everything. Fuck it.
Nothing.
We moving forward in faith, man. Hey, that's how it is when you have faith, man.
Hey, once
Faith and fear, man.
hey, once you're called, once you're like in that what's that movie with Matt Damon? He don't know his name and shit. Born Supremacy, whatever. You know, a total recall, man. Once we heard that voice, we knew what it was, man.
A total recall, call again, remembrance. We able to recall something, you know, remembrance. Scripture say, once you knew you once knew this, stir up your mind.
Remembrance.
You know, we once knew this, predestination. Like, you know, predestination, man, faith.
Yeah.
You know, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. Matter of fact, go back to that Sirach 1:14 again. You know, like we had mentioned earlier, it's created with the faithful in the womb, man. Meaning what? It's like Jeremiah, the first chapter. Okay. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 1:14. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom,
Right.
and it's created with the faithful in the womb.
And we didn't even know that we had this type of faith, man. We didn't even know, man. But at one time, the Lord sparked our spirit. He activated us. He called us, you know, and in Lord's will, He called us, you know, for salvation, man. Go ahead back to
Back in Hebrews 6:11 and 6.
Did it read that He was invisible?
No, not yet.
Read that again.
Right, so it said, esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king,
Right.
for he endured as seeing him who is invisible.
Right. So going back to verse 6, read it again.
God, now verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him,
Right.
for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is.
Right. You must believe that He exists. That's what the Heavenly Father name mean, or name means. That He exists. He is. He to be. Okay. So He's invisible. So that's the first step. In Sirach 25:12.
It's Sirach 25:12.
Because faith and fear are the first steps in developing and building a relationship with the Heavenly Father, man.
It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of His love,
That's the beginning of His love, man. You know, go ahead.
and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto Him.
So that faith and that fear go hand in hand into pleasing the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord is to be feared. Ooh. No, he's not that. But Sirach, the first chapter says there's one, Yahweh outside said there's one greatly to be feared. The Lord sitting upon His throne, man.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
And fear also means
Reverence.
and to acknowledge the power of, you know, acknowledging the YAHAWASHI's power.
The scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. Matter of fact, grab that. Grab Hebrews 10 and 22. Hebrews 10 and 22.
Hebrews 10 and 22 says, let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith.
Right, you gotta have full assurance of faith, right? You gotta be assured of what you involved in. Okay, and guess what? Our faith is gonna be tested, man. Our faith is tested on daily, but it's gonna be turned up. All right, when the Lord shut this current system down, this current world, and Esau try to come with his new system, okay, we gonna see. Speaking for all of us, we gonna see, you know, but the elect gonna get through it, man. Okay, go ahead. He didn't say none shall pluck him out of his hand.
And also, the elect, they're built upon YAHAWASHI, man.
That rock. So when the storm hits, we still solid. We got a firm foundation. Scripture said, be established in the faith, rooted and built up, established in the faith. Go ahead.
Let us draw near with a true heart and full assurance of faith.
You gotta come true, man. You gotta be sincere, man. None of that phony shit, man. All right, none of that just to be seen by men shit. You want some type of vainglory shit. The Lord gonna spew you out of his mouth. He's gonna get you out of here.
You want to be a YouTube sensation.
YouTube ain't gonna be around when this shit go down, man. What you gonna do then? You gotta develop that relationship now. Build up your faith now. Scripture said, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Go ahead.
This is having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience.
We about to see the Lord do his thing out here, man. I mean, I know we talk about it all the time, but it's a whole other thing when the Lord brings it, man. It's a whole other thing when the Lord brings it. So your faith gotta be top notch, man. You just gotta believe. You know, I like to say to myself when the flesh worries, let go and let the Lord, man.
Hey, this is one of my favorite scriptures too. I was thinking about it all week. The Most High said, "Be still, and know that I am Him."
Bro, I got that on my board at the house.
Man, I
Psalm
love that
46 to 10.
Because it's moments in time where you doubt if that's because you in this flesh, man. You have those little small moments of doubt. You know, you think that you know the outcome of things. You think you know the future, but you gotta back up and be still, like the Most High said. I am the Most High. This is my will. If you're one of my servants, I'm gonna make things happen for you.
That's right, bro. You know, that's that faith. Because the Lord ain't gonna put none on you that you can't bear. But with the temptation, He'll make a way for you to escape so that you're able to bear it. That's faith, man.
He just want to see you. Yeah, he just want to see you believe.
And guess what that's doing? That's preparing our minds, preparing our faith to trust in Him when you can't just go to the store and buy some food, man. We gonna be calling upon the name. You know, the Lord gonna make a way. He gonna provide for us, man. All right, for His men. All right. Hey, slow my speech.
This is Romans 5:2. It says, "By whom also we have access by faith into the grace wherein we stand, and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High."
Right.
And not only so, but we glory in tribulation also.
Right. We glory in tribulations also because we know what. Go on.
Knowing that tribulation worketh patience.
That's gonna build up your ability to suffer, your tolerance for things, man. Go ahead.
And patience, experience.
And that's gonna give you some experience. The word experience means to be tried out. So we all be tried out, man. We gain that experience, and that gives you. Go ahead.
And experience hope.
And that gives you more hope. That gives you more faith, more trust in the Lord, man. And that's what we need, man.
Because He's getting you through those situations. That's why it's called a test. He's trying you. He's trying your faith, putting you through a situation to see if you're gonna believe in Him to get you through that. And that's what's gonna bring about that, you know, the experience and then the hope. Like, oh, the Most High is with me. I got through that. I got through that. The Most High, He's with me, man. You know.
Hey, King David said, he said, "I've been young and now am old, and I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor seed begging bread, man. Never, man." So imagine how much faith King David had, man. You know, if you was to sit down with King David, he'll tell you all type of stories the Lord told him. You know, all type of war stories.
So dogs have, was that him that said dogs have to pass?
Well, we're speaking about YAHAWASHI. But he was, you know,
he was surrounded at times.
yeah.
All times.
type of one. He could even speak up watching King Solomon grow up, man. I'm pretty sure he seen some wild things off of just King Solomon, man. You know?
I got some real
Go
quick.
ahead,
2 Corinthians,
was real, man.
2 Corinthians 1, I'm gonna read 9 and 10. It says,
We got anybody on the comment board?
yeah, a couple. Yep. It says Shalom. Shalom, Makim, Shalom.
Shalom.
2 Corinthians 1 and 9. But we had the sentence of death in ourselves, that we should not trust in ourselves, but in the Most High, which raiseth the dead, who delivered us from so great a death, and doth deliver, in whom we trust that he will yet deliver us.
Right, it's saying he delivered us from death and doth deliver. The Lord's still doing things for us, and in the future he's going to deliver us, man. You know? I believe in that Romans 5, it says that he saved us from wrath, you know? Deliver us from wrath for salvation. Paraphrasing, man. I believe it's in that chapter, maybe not. But what was that before that?
I was right here in Hebrews. This is Hebrews.
Was it something before that? Oh yeah, 10, okay.
Yeah.
We can read that to the end of the chapter because it goes into Hebrews 10:35. He that should come will come and will not tarry.
Yep.
You know, we walk by faith. We're not of them that go back into perdition. But we believe in the saving of the souls. All right, 10 and 22.
Yeah, come. It's back in Hebrews 10 and 22. Let us draw near with the true heart and full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water.
And that water is the word, man. You can get John 17 and 17, John 15 and 3, I believe it's Colossians.
Yep. Psalms 119.
26, I believe. You know, that washing is by the word. That's how we became clean. Okay?
Miley.
Ephesians 5 and 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
So go back. That's how we made clean, man, through the word, man. Yahawashi said, now you're clean through the word spoken unto you.
Having our hearts sprinkled.
Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. The word sanctify means clean. Go ahead.
Having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water. Let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
Right, this is our profession. Like 300. They ask them, what's your profession? All right? This ministry is our profession. And it begins with faith. Go ahead.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. For
right. You can't waver, man. You can't doubt. That's what waver means, to doubt. Okay? When it comes, you're going to have those moments of doubt. Right? You're going to have moments of you being weak or because we're in this flesh. Okay? It's going to happen. It's part of it. Come with what's going to speak about the condition of the battle. It is what it is. But your fears or whatever, your insecurities, whatever goes about, your doubt, your faith has to override that. Okay? That's the only way you're gonna make it to the end. It's through faith. But that one's long. Yeah, I want to be going all the way. So let's go now.
Yes, going into faith. It says 1 Timothy 6 and 12. Fight the good fight of faith.
Yeah.
Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called.
And it's a fight, man. That's why a lot of guys throw in the top because they get exhausted. They don't want to fight no more. They want it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to throw in the towel, man. But to go the distance in an actual fight, man, that takes a lot of courage, man. That takes a lot of heart, man. It takes in this fight of ours, it takes a lot of faith. Man.
That reminds me of that movie Rocky, the first one, right?
I haven't seen no Rocky.
Okay, well everybody has. Well, first Rocky.
See that, bro? It's ASAP.
He lost, but why was everybody cheering his name at the end? Because he went the distance, man. Nobody expected him to, but he had faith in himself. You know, he trained hard and he went the distance with the champ. You know, and nobody expected him to. But my point was, he fought that good fight, though. You know, he went the distance.
That's right.
What he said.
And it kind of showed you that in Creed too.
Yeah.
Back when he was that last fight with
The English, the champ.
yeah, basically the champion, the Edomite.
You know, he was getting his ass whooped still.
That's pretty much Rocky 1, but redone, bro. It's
Right.
the same
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. You know, but they show you that too.
Yeah,
He was getting his ass whooped, but he got right back up, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much Rocky 1, but modern. You know? But continue.
Yeah, man, it's a fight, man. You gotta have faith, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, the Lord said, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. So whatever comes your way, man, as long as you endure it, the Lord got you, man.
That's right. You gotta, what's that, 6:10. We in Hebrews a lot. Go ahead, Al.
This is
that was it? Oh, I got another one.
I got another. This is 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. That's the point. I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness,
Right?
which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but to all men also that love his appearing.
That's right. The elect. Okay, so, you know, that's Paul writing an epistle to Timothy because he was about to, about to take him out. You know what I'm saying? So that's how much faith he had. He understood what it was. You know, and pretty soon we're gonna be faced with that same ultimatum,
Trial.
that same trial, that same predicament. You know, life or death, man, or whatever, man. The scripture say, strive for the truth unto death. The scripture say, fear not the sentence of death, man. Right? Yahawashi said, the devil shall
Cast some of you into prison.
you know, he said, fear not none of the things that they can do unto you, or fear not the things that you shall suffer.
Fear not what men can do unto you.
He basically mentioned a crown. You know, I'm paraphrasing, you know.
Fear none of those things that thou shalt suffer.
You know? So, hey, you gotta understand, you gotta have a heavy understanding on what you're involved in, man.
So let no man take your crown.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so hey, that takes faith. You know? Go ahead.
Back in Hebrews 10.
Hey, but what Yahawashi said, there's no greater love, man, for a man to lay down his life, okay, for his brother, his friend. And did not the Lord lay down his life for you? So all you can do, the least you can do is you know, the scripture said we're debtors. We're in debt, man. Why? Because we were bought with a price.
That's
Precious
right.
blood of Yahawashi, man.
He opened up grace to us, man.
And if you have faith and fear, then hey. And he didn't only open up grace to us. He opened up. He was able to break the seals so we could get this understanding, so we could get the truth, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, and the least we can do is, you know, if that's what the Lord wants for us, then that's what it is.
Yeah, he said, the scripture say earlier, by grace are you saved through faith. But the Lord said that my yoke is easy, my burden is light. All we gotta do is have faith. That's easy, man.
That's right.
Easy. Just believe. Because with the faith, once you have the faith, the Most High will put the strain on you to do the work.
Hey, to have faith, that's a stress reliever right there.
Yeah.
You know, to have faith to believe that the Most High could deliver you from that whatever that you're in. Hey man, that's what did I just say? I just forgot. Damn.
Major faith.
I'm just saying, yeah, that's just faith, man.
That's faith, man. That's the faith.
Real
that's
faith.
The gift that the Lord gave us. That we can do these things, man.
If it wasn't about faith, we'd be stressing over doing the works, man, the law, you know? That's the whole reason why the Most High introduced faith, man, because we couldn't keep the law. We can't keep the laws of the Most High, man. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be stressed the fuck out, dying and shit, man.
We'll have no hope. The scripture said we're prisoners of hope. The scripture said we have a lively hope. You know?
Yeah.
We would have no hope if it wasn't for the Lord, man.
Yeah.
But now we have now we're not in bondage. Our minds were made free. You know, Yahawashi said, if you know the truth shall make you free. We were made free mentally, man, to where we're not in bondage when it comes to this world and death. You gonna preach God too, man. The Lord's still gonna come back. That's how strong our faith is, man. And you gotta keep that same energy, man. You gotta have that faith to the very end, man.
You're like the Maccabees brothers, man. Most High had a cold ass spirit on Antiochus, man, to do some crazy ass demonic put them to death in some evil ass ways.
Give
Man.
out second
You know,
Maccabees.
but them men had solid faith, man. They did not give a shit about the sentence of death, man.
You know what he said?
They embraced it.
They
embraced that. They put me to death. I'm gonna be resurrected, but you not.
Yeah. He said we are ready to die.
Right.
Biggie style, man. That's what he said. Let's get it, bro. Real quick. 7-1.
It's the second Maccabees.
But he said it, bro. We're ready to die, man. That's what it is.
The second Maccabees 7-1. It came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh.
Right, and in this moment, it was swine's flesh. But in this time, it's going to be denouncing the Lord, taking a chip.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be pressed on us. Okay, go ahead.
And were tormented with scourges and whips. They're being tortured. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us?
Right.
We are ready to die.
We are ready to die, man. Do what you got to do. Devil,
Yep.
Right.
do what you got to do, man. We don't give a goddamn, man. We rather fall into the hands of the Lord than to fall, you know? We're going to trust in the Lord, man. Like I always say, man, we on the roller coaster strapped in. We don't care, man.
That drops steep as hell. Fuck.
We don't care, man. We're going to hit all the loops. We're going to hit the ups and downs. All right?
Hey, I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon. Those who have wisdom are quickly without care, or something like that.
Yeah, for real.
Our full trust is in YAHAWASHI, man. Come on, man.
All the time. See what I'm saying? Hey, blessed them that trust in the Lord, man. You got men that was thrown in the fire. Man, we don't have time, man.
That's why, hey, man,
It's similar to that, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
Romans 15:4, man. These stories are just faith boosters, man.
Yeah, for our learning. So we gotta have hope, man. Finish that scripture and we can jump to Mark 5:22. We'll end it.
We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers.
Right, we're ready to die rather than take your chip, man. You goddamn elites, you devils, you Edomites. We'd rather die than to take your chip. We'd rather die than to partake in this world, man. We'd rather die, man. If I can't have the truth, I'd rather be in the spirit world, man. What's the point of living?
There's
You know,
none.
fuck that. If I ain't got the spirit of the Lord on me, I'd rather be with the Lord in the spirit, in the spiritual world, man. You know? Mark 5:22, real quick.
Mark.
You got it?
Mark 5:22.
What is it on this, dog?
It says, and behold,
You know what?
there
Get up
cometh
first.
one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet, and besought him greatly, saying, my little daughter lieth at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Yahawashi went with him, and much people followed him and thronged him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and has suffered many things of many physicians, and has spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Yahawashi, came in the press behind, and touched his garment, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole.
She had mighty faith, man. Go ahead.
And straightway the foundation of her blood was dried up,
Go ahead.
and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Yahawashi, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes?
Well, it's dramatic. He knew he touched, you know? Go ahead.
And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and thou sayest, who touched me? And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing that what was done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth, and had said unto her,
She had integrity, man.
daughter, and said unto her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole.
Right?
Go in peace and be whole of thy plague.
Keep going. Keep going.
It says, while he yet spake, there came from the rulers of the synagogues, house certain which said, thy daughter is dead, why troublest thou the master any further.
Right, because remember he had asked Yahawashi to come and heal his daughter. Okay, and then you had men basically in the spirit of Satan like, your daughter's dead, man. Why are you troubling the Lord about that, man? That could have broke him, that could have broken his faith. Go ahead.
It said, as soon as Yahawashi heard the word that was spoken, he said unto the ruler of the synagogue, be not afraid, only believe.
Be not afraid, only believe, man.
And that's what saved her daughter's life or brought her back. It's not that she touched the Lord, and it was something special.
That's another woman.
Oh, okay.
Two different.
That wasn't where he went. That's the one he went before. You ready?
That's what I'm saying. That the man asked Yahawashi to come and heal his daughter.
Yeah, that was in the spirit.
Right. But then in the midst of that, a woman came and touched his garment. She was healed.
Oh, okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? But then some men came up saying, yo, daughter's dead, man. Like, drop that shit already. Why are you troubling the Lord with that? And the Lord said, be not afraid, only believe, man. Just have faith, man.
My point was with the woman, though, it wasn't that she touched the Lord. Because if you touch the Lord, you automatically get healed. It was her faith. It was her faith.
And let her hold. All right, we're going to wrap it up. We're going to finish off with this scripture. Because this is how we're going to get out of here, man. Through our faith. All right, Tim said we are saved by hope. Go ahead. 1 John 5 and 4.
1 John 5 and 4. For whatsoever is born of the Most High overcometh the world.
Right, we got to overcome the world, right? The scripture say, he that overcometh shall inherit all things. All right, go ahead.
And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith.
Woo! Keep going.
It says, who is he that overcometh the world, but he that believeth that Yahawashi is the Son of the Most High.
That's right, man. So we got to believe in Yahawashi as we believe in the Heavenly Father, Yahawah. Okay, and through our faith, we're going to get the victory, man. Through our faith, we're going to be able to overcome. Just like Yahawashi said, he said, in the world you shall have tribulation, but he said, in me you shall have peace, in the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, I have overcome the world, man. So we're going to be able to overcome, but you got to have faith, man. Right. All right, so, Lord's will is edifying, the best gift ever. So why do you have Yahawashi for this gift, man? Lord's will is edifying, all praise and glory to you.
Yahweh, by Shem, Yahawashi, by Shem.